This is a really hard and difficult job. It's very stressful. There's so many facets that go into this to, help children and families. And there's a lot of behind the scenes work that, communities don't necessarily see all the things that we have to do in order to provide for our children and families. And so it's really important to recognize them for all the hard work and dedication that they put into this, day in and day out.
Child welfare workers really are, the frontline essential workers in this field. We meet kids and families during incredibly challenging and vulnerable times in their lives, and they count on us to be there, to help them navigate a very complicated system and support them in so many different ways. And particularly during these COVID times, the complexity of this responsibility has just increased, but also never wavered in some ways. It's been very tough, I think, over the past 6 months, but with or without a pandemic, child welfare is just tough. I always tell my staff that this kind of work, it really will prepare you for anything.
We take a lot of time away from our families to invest in the families that we work with, and just to know that your work goes far beyond just serving the families, just getting them engaged in a program, but the care and compassion, and sometimes it goes unnoticed. So to say thank you, not just from the family, but for the organization that you work with, to know that you're making a difference in the lives of the children that you work with, as well as your coworkers and peers. So I think that's why it's really important to just say thank you, because sometimes the families don't see us as a positive support, so we don't get that from them. But to know that your employer and your coworkers appreciate you is really important, to get that thank you every so often, and not just 1 month, but every so often, just a thank you.
I appreciate every child welfare worker across the state, not only within our organization, but within the state organization that's really working with children and families at this time. No day in child welfare is the same. Our child welfare workers wake up and have no idea what's facing them. They may know who's on their caseload and who they may have a sense of what they need to accomplish. But if any of us have learned anything, there is no such thing as a normal anymore, and the new normal changes every day.
Without our supervisors, without our staff, the frontline staff that actually are doing this work, or working with the families day in and day out, taking their calls, meeting with them on a regular basis. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So it's really crucial that we recognize them all the time, not just this month.
I would say one of the most rewarding parts is when a family really engage in services, and you can see them from the beginning, where maybe they were a little reluctant, to the end where they're thanking you. And even in Corona, we're, doing air hugs, but hugging you and just saying thank you for helping me learn a different way of managing my family so that I can help keep my children safe. So just seeing that positive result at the end, and them saying that I'm going to take the things that you taught me, or the counselor that you engaged me with taught me, so that I can make a difference in my children's lives without you having to prompt me to do so.